Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2549. Support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. You can really use it. So please support your local Arwin. That would be great. Right. So, oh, look at that. Just now the sun. Please sing. No, there's a bit of sun. That's a really nice surprise. I guess there's a clearing moving in over there. The webcam can't reach it, but you can see. Yeah. It's kind of weird weather. It's no wind, just none. Or barely any. And yeah, it was actually raining earlier. I had my appointment and it went raining. But I mean, it didn't get super wet or anything. It's not that bad. But yeah, on and off raining. And now there's a bit of sun, so that's nice. Right, it's not super cold either. And yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell now, but it actually snowed yesterday night. Pretty heavy too. Everything was completely white covered, but yeah, the morning was, well, much warmer, noticeably. And it melted it all away. I mean, there was still like chunks of ice might still be out there here and there, but seems that most of it is just molten completely. Because when I went to my appointment, there was still some snow around. It's completely gone now. It went really quick too. Right. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It is Monday, the 16th of February 2026. Temperature is 6 degrees Celsius with 85% humidity, 16 kilometers an hour wind, okay, and 36% precipitation. Right. And it's not going to be freezing this night. Oh, hey, what's this? More freezing nights now all of a sudden. That changed around. What? And then... oh, then next Saturday it's going to shoot up a lot. 11-12 degrees Celsius next weekend. Okay, that would be nice to look forward to, I guess. Can't wait basically for spring to start again, so yeah. I mean, it's kind of good that it's been freezing and all that, because freezing is better for the ground, makes the worms dig deeper and a lot less bugs during the springtime and the summer. And like, yeah, it's just nature's metabolism needs it to create that great moderate climate, like moderate ground and etc. But yeah, I don't like it when it just keeps freezing all the time. Low viscosity first in chat. Hope you're having a good Monday. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I did not get an abundance of sleep. I was supposed to go to bed pretty early, but it just didn't work out. I just couldn't get myself to go to bed. I also got hooked because I downloaded all through Linux. I downloaded the Patriot. The Patriot. Extended edition. Like, it's really long. It's like 3 hours all combined or something. But yeah, man, that movie is just great. I don't think I've ever seen the extended edition before, and it's like, it's even better than I remember. It's just has a great tempo. I really appreciate that movie. It's just, yeah, because it's so careful with subtle human detail and in the acting, and it looks just great. So yeah, I really appreciate it, and yeah, I wanted to download something through Linux, so that was it. I didn't have it on my computer. Was kind of surprised that I didn't. So I thought like, okay, well, just download this and start watching. But yeah, I didn't get to finish it though, because then I would have had barely any sleep. I will continue watching that later. Right. So, yeah, what am I going to talk about? Let's look around. Stuff coming out about, yeah, massive child abduction in Ukraine by authorities. Like, it's actually the government, that it's not just like a bunch of criminals in the dark doing it. Now it's like government's getting involved. It's really fucked up. And yeah, they're getting censored all over the place, of course, especially by the EU. I mean, it's so messed up, man. I mean, oof. Horrifying. Yeah, the Netherlands right now is getting a reputation that the government literally steals from its citizens because of this insane new tax law. But our own media, of course, is not saying a thing about it. Yeah, because they're the ones that are in on it. I mean, in a way, it is kind of like fascist. Government just steals everything through taxation or otherwise, just confiscation, and then they get to determine who actually runs businesses or does media. So yeah, that's what happens. Like, they steal everything, and then everybody's basically a slave except for the approved groups. That's fascism. That's what they do. This government is basically fascist. And it's kind of interesting that I would say that, because it's also coming out that there's like even party members that have weird shady past where they actually were part of neo-Nazi groups. I mean, The point is that I'd be like, who cares? Except, yeah, it's a bit shady, but like, who cares? But it's that they literally accuse all their opponents of being that all the time, and then they have one that actually is a part of that, and then nobody says anything about it because they don't actually care about anything. Yeah, it's part of the Marxism tactic. It's mega hypocrisy. It's like, if you're on our side, everything is okay, but if you're the opponent, then you'll be accused of everything, including things that we do. Like, that's what they all do because they don't actually care. It's just like freaking insane ICE protests. I mean, some people, they're just getting caught up in it. They don't really understand what's going on. They just think the media is right and think it's all criminal, and it's stupid. Like, that's just their stupidity. But they're not like evil. But then there is like the more fanatical, mercenary like protesters or Antifa people, and they will just say like, oh, you're causing everybody to die and you're harming people and you're criminals. But then there is, like, let's just say illegal immigrant criminals, and they just like rape a person or kill a person, and then they literally don't give a shit. They will like without flinching just be like, yeah, no, they must be free. It's total I mean, that is genuine insanity. Very evil form of insanity, because it means like they have no sense, no moral compass, no sense of it whatsoever. It's only us good, them bad, and information and context and historical references are just a weapon to manipulate everybody, and that's all it is to them. They're basically fundamentally sociopathic. Like, the ideology itself, that frequency, what they tap into, what they become part of, the political activism, yeah, they're effectively sociopathic. And I mean, they will make up stories about populist people being that. Oh, they're secretly sociopaths. Like, it's all projection. Every fucking thing they say. Everything. And provable. Like, you can actually prove that they are projecting, that they are mega hypocrites. You can say it to their face and they'll just not say anything, basically wait for the moment to be over, or find a scattergun distraction to kind of like sidetrack. But they do make sure not to get excited about it, because then they just reveal how demonic they are even more. Which, of course, the ground shock troop types, they'll throw themselves at vehicles like they can't hold themselves back, so they just look demonic all the time. But they don't go on. They're not part of the political apparatus, because those people do need to keep a grip on themselves and reveal who they are, because that would shatter the entire illusion. The beguiling illusion on the public. Like, we're the good guys, oh, they're the evil ones. And that's just an illusion they keep weaving all the time. And yeah, people do fall for it, especially if they're just not informed about what's going on out there, what is actually happening. They haven't really looked at it from multiple sides. They haven't heard a lot of people out about it. Well, those people can be fooled by them, because those people are not oriented as to what is real. Those can be fooled, and those people sometimes end up like useful idiots that are just gonna hear something like, oh, the ICE is doing illegal things, you have to protest, this is we have to do that, like, and they just genuinely fall for it with good intentions. Like, they don't get it, they're not oriented. Those are the people that get tricked by that. That's why being well informed and just taking a look around and being open to other people's opinions is really important, to orient yourself as to what's actually going on out there and what is what. You need to hear all sides to figure out what is what, basically. And then when you heard that other side, doesn't mean that you have to keep listening and listening. And because those people might be like, oh, you're listening, are you? Okay, now you must assimilate my opinions or you're evil. No. But yeah, if you want to be able to orient as to what is actually what, when people are being full of shit, when they're lying, when they're spell weaving, you have to know all sides. Right? Because people out there that you don't know might actually be really good at deciphering and explaining exactly why something is a deception, instead of just saying they're lying and that's it. Well, that's not very informative. Some people are more good at analysis, and yeah, you can gather that information and then orient yourself better as to what is what, and not get fooled, not get caught up in mainstream media mind control schemes. Trick people into becoming their shock troops. Just what is happening in America with the Marxist revolution, and like especially Minnesota. And yeah, anyway, that's who was part of neo-Nazis? I don't know what that. Yeah, let's see. Where is it? Where was it? Oh, it's somebody that actually died? Wait. Evert Mao. He's dead, apparently. Don't know how that happened. Seems pretty young. I don't know. I think it's all overblown anyway. But I mean, it is. It only matters because, well, that political party, VVD, horrible party. Very evil. Yeah, they are part of that group that accuses others of being neo-Nazis, and right, they are part of extreme left, and that's why it's so insane. They literally use it as a weapon, but then they don't really care when there's somebody among them that is part of that, or has been part of that. It's just weird, and yeah, that's why it matters. Wow, never seen so many troll viewers all at the same time. Incredible. They got the extra amount of sock accounts out these days. They're nuts. It looks like Rumble's being stable today. That's nice. Very happy about that. Yesterday's show was just a mess. Because it just kept bumping back and forth, It seems to not be doing that now at all, which I'm very happy about. Because I don't have to, because that is distracting when that keeps happening. Right. Oh yeah, that was kind of weird. I'll make notice of it. Like, that happened already, like, yesterday, I think, or the day before. And Obama was talking about how aliens are real all of a sudden. So, like, he's like an alien guy now. I mean, it seemed like that was sort of like a lot of people suspected it about him. Like, I still remember from those time when he just was running for president and just got into it. There were already hints that he was like interested in that sort of thing. Now he's talking about it. Aliens are real. Weird. I mean, obviously a distraction away from Epstein shit. Obviously. Because, I mean, their entire network is just crumbling. So, I wish our politicians were real Nazis. No, that's insane, viscosity. Like, that's seriously crazy. I mean, I wish our politicians were basically stricter, more effective, but reasonable, but also stricter about rules, right? So it's like more educational of the public. Like, that's a thing that's just really changed in the 21st century, because 20th century there was still like the government would actually keep order, and like if you just like give them lip, even like, yeah, police officers would just freaking bash you. Like, now they can't do that anymore because, oh my god, right, they're all turned into wussies, and like, that's a problem. I wish that part came back, but I mean, real Nazis, no. I mean, you do keep forgetting that how freaking disastrous it ended up. How they basically just abandoned the people, etc. It was just, it ended horrifyingly, right? I mean, that is kind of like bound to happen too. So, no. To be fair, I wish our politicians were more like Russia's politicians. Like, they are like stricter on rules. They make more effort. And they take things really serious and like really care for the results. And like, that's actually basically what really originally a politician's supposed to be, or a statesman, right? Statesman. They care. That's the difference. Politicians now in the West especially, they just all seem to be like corporate like grifters. They're all just about like, yeah, we just need to have a good story and then we can just do whatever the fuck we plan to do that's in contradiction to what we're saying. That's the unfortunate development of politics pretty much throughout the Western world especially, but I mean, yeah, arguably worldwide, but I know about it. I know more about it in the West because I get to see more of that. When it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. You could have real statesmen that are actually taking their responsibilities very serious and are not just trying to get away with whatever they can, right? And if you want to call those people Nazis, because I mean, extreme left certainly calls them Nazis, right? Then yes. But I mean, literally the Nazis, I mean, especially after the war started, no thanks. No, let's not have those in as politicians. That would be a disastrous idea, because they were just very reckless with the public. And that's not what we need. We don't need to just like sacrifice a bunch of people to get some power. I mean, that's what Ukraine is doing, and it is a disaster anyway. Like, it doesn't actually work. It's not suitable. It's not durable to be like that at all in this age. Why? Because it's all being seen. If you can get away with secrecy, then you could basically, yeah, do horrifying shit, but still get away with it, and then still maintain like a good image, and then it kind of works. I mean, it's evil in a way, of course, but I mean, frickin' what government at this point isn't? Everybody keeps secrets somehow, and do like dark things, but only if they're like it stays a secret, right? But like that's all just way harder now because of media, because of social media, and because everybody has a camera. So it just can't work. If they had won, yeah, but they were never gonna win the war, Viscosity. Don't you get it? They were never going to win the war. That's the entire problem. That's why Hitler bailed. He bailed. Yeah, to South America, and then had the puppet, what I like to say, the lesbian Hitler, took over and was just like a face for the war machine. And it was a disaster. They were never gonna win. There would be no Israel. And again, that's a really stupid fucking thing to say. Like, after everything we've been through, after all the shows, you were there in the chat and I talked about this. How could you still say something so stupid? There would be no Israel. Really? There would be no Israel if the Nazis had won the war? Well, then you're just historically completely misinformed. Because I keep trying to share it, the fact that Hitler, helped to create it. To create Israel. How can you be so stupid at this point to say that there would be no Israel? He helped to create it. Can you get it through to your head, Viscosity? How dumb that is to say that? That neo-Nazism. Yeah, what we hear now. Anti-Jew, Jew. Yeah. You know what that is? It's a Jewish psy-op. Yeah? The real Nazis were never that bad. They were never like that. Yeah? I mean, lesbian Hitler was kind of like that. There were Jews in the military. To the end. Yeah. You've just been misinformed. You've partaken into Jew scapegoating, and I mean, yeah, there's issues with Jews, I get it. Scapegoating, yeah, you know who's best served for you to do that? Jews. Yeah, they need to justify their victim positions. So they created the neo-Nazi cult based on Hitler stuff. Yeah. And then they spread that. And then people were like, yeah, I'm gonna partake in this. Idiots. And they become neo-Nazis and fall for it. And then they become that very typical system that especially Israel likes to use. The controlled opposition group that they create. They create their enemies so that the enemies don't create themselves. So they have the design of the enemy so they can anticipate better. It's a tactic. Yeah, they did it with Hamas. They did it with ISIS. And they better be sure that they did that with the neo-Nazis. And that started very early. After the war. After World War II. They concocted this shit. Better damn well believe it. Yeah? And again, not all Jews. But I mean, this is what they do though. And with like ISIS and Hamas, it's freaking on record. I mean, it's... So, for me, it's just like, yeah, maybe there's not like a lot of, you know, papers about it, about how they figured it out, how they planned it. They probably kept it secret much better. Or maybe not. Maybe there are documents about this out there. But I mean, I'm pretty damn sure that the whole neo-Nazi ideology, these ideas in the underground and weird groups and skinheads that are all about that they have literally been like designed, gathered, and encouraged by like Israeli operatives, as you would call them. I mean, regular Jews don't do that. Like, regular Jews are probably really afraid of Nazis, neo-Nazis, because I mean they are like super anti-Jew, but they probably don't really know why they're there. Right? They're just meant to like, oh, see, they're really there. Now we can hold on to the victim polarized narrative. That is like part of their programming. You think I might be right, but it would still be a better world. That's interesting. Good. I'm glad that you're seeing grays in their viscosity, and maybe, but better? Would it really be better, or would it just be different but probably with the same level of problems? Those problems would just express themselves differently. There would be other types of grievances that would really wear on us as well. Right? You have to think of it like this. There's always going to be some kind of burden no matter how things develop. It really is. It's part of the human condition. But I have to say, this frickin' Marxism, dude, this anti-human, basically Satanism, it is really wearing on me. Like, I am sick of this shit, and I was sick of this shit frickin' 30 years ago when it wasn't even that much out in the open, and yeah. And when it's like that for that long, you are going to be like, maybe exactly the opposite would be better. I understand that sentiment, but you have to also be able to basically take a step back from your personal sentiments, look at it purely theoretically, and then realize, would it really be all that different? Or would it just be other problems that are probably just as bad, maybe even worse? But those things that wear on us now, yeah, those won't be there. But there would be other things that we're just taking for granted. Right? People might be more afraid to actually express themselves, even based on actual good intentions. For example. Like, I would not like that. I need total free expression because I don't have it up perfectly under control. I get like too expressive. And I can like be temporarily demonically possessed because of rage and shit. And I mean, I would get into trouble with real Nazis. Potentially. Or they would be like, you know what, you're gonna now join the army, we're just gonna force you or something. Like, ugh, scares me. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it were the case, then I probably, when I was younger, would have been tricked more easily to join up with them, because I would still be blinded to the reality and more easily goaded by ideology, because I was like that when I was young. I was very blind to the actual reality. I couldn't handle it, and ideology was like very prevalent inside of me. So yeah. But I mean, it would all be a different societal context anyway, because then the Nazis, that format would literally not be thought of as how we're programmed to think of it now. So it would all be different. Would it be a better world? You don't know. You just don't know. It would just be different. there's also something we are not allowed to talk about in Europe which wouldn't exist. How do you know it wouldn't exist? Maybe it would still exist and they would just be doing fine. Yeah? There would just be a special camp where people get to live and like do labor potentially and use swimming pools and have prostitutes and everything. It would be a commune. There would probably still be communes, right? That they later rebranded into something else. Yeah, those might still be there and operating and actually being kind of nice. Being appreciated by the people even that partake in that. Like recuperation camps. Because I think that in ways that is actually sort of what they were designed to be, not the other thing. It's like get them away from society and try to recuperate them. Right? And then things all went to shit around during the war and they got cut off from food and then it's all fucked and a lot of them just died from typhoid. So yeah, I mean it all went horribly wrong. Right? So yeah, I can talk about it, but I just have to avoid very specific words and just sketch the scenario and then you'll figure it out. Right? Don't have to deny anything. Other than I think that the mainstream historical opinion, what's supposed to happen is wrong. Yeah, whatever that is, you'll figure it out. But I mean, you think about it. I mean, if the Nazi would have won those recuperation camps, and I mean, they probably would end up even being called that, they would probably still be running. Right, but I mean, seriously, you can literally talk about anything. As long as you just communicate the actual information and not just say the things. And when you just say the thing, yeah, then you get arrested because that's literally illegal, even though it probably shouldn't be, based on freedom of speech. Right? Instead, they should just say, this guy's just freaking stupid, misinformed. And that's it, right? That would work way better. It's better of a deterrent when you do that than you say, this is evil. Because that just draws in more attention, more polarization. And I mean, yeah, for certain people, they will be afraid and they'll be like, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And others will be like, oh yeah? Well, we hate you. So we're going to look into this. Yeah? Like, what? Yeah. It's just stupid. Censorship is fucking retarded and outdated, and it doesn't actually work. But these dumbass commissar type communist government people, they just don't get it. They're outdated in their thinking. Which is very typical for like socialists. Like they stick to a system and then they lose track of reality and they just hold on to their structures, and then reality is completely different and they don't see it. And they end up being very delusional. Right, but yeah, you can talk about things. you just leave out the keywords that are marked and you just go to a description of things instead. And then you can literally say whatever you want, just make sure to be reasonable about it. Don't throw anger into it. And then it's fine. Like, nobody will actually take down what you're saying. Nobody's gonna mask it. There might be people that you're anti-Semitic, but they might do that. But probably not. Not if you like don't get too overt and you don't pour in any aggression. Because there's like tons of people out there that do that, and they'll just get hooked by those people instead. Because it is all very about emotions. Those people that do that, that respond and like want to go in a fight with you over anti-Semitism, yeah, they are pulled in through their emotions. And so if you just don't trigger that, they just kind of like move on and past it. They might not even notice, because they're not even going to look into the carefully crafted way of communicating that you're doing. You're just not even going to try to figure it out. They'll just go for the keywords and then, yeah, get into emotional fights. But I barely get those people now. But I mean, that is because I don't express my anger as much as I used to. Because when I got angry, those types of fucking people would just be like, oh, now that you're angry, could you please talk about Jews? Like, they just get a kick out of it, because they do, because they're sick fucks. They just want raving, ranting, mad, angry, and all for more, right? That's all. It's stupid. It's fucking retarded. It's never gonna happen ever. It's never gonna happen ever. Seriously, it will never ever happen ever. It's never gonna happen ever. Get over it. Don't waste your life obsessing over that dumb shit. It's the worst energy investment you could ever make. Yeah, and it's like their trick. I mean, that's how I deal with it. And it's so simple, right? Ooh, neo-Nazism and Jew hate obsession. Yeah, you know what it is? Yeah, it's a Jewish psyop. I mean, what more do you need? Or you just don't want to hear it? Are you too addicted to doing it? Are you too addicted to the rush and the cortisol and the polarized? You just want to anger jack it off. Is that what you want to do? Right? Or you want to actually figure out what's going on and realize, like, hey, that obsession, they want it. They're using you like a wind-up doll, making you rant and rave, and they enjoy it and they use it politically to their advantage. Are you feeling stupid yet for falling for that trick? Because it is their trick. You are their controlled opposition for doing it. Because they do control you when you do that. Oh, you think you're not being controlled? Yeah, you are. Yeah, that rage, that obsession, it limits your development, it limits your scope. And you become more directable because of it. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care if hatred and bile against them spreads. They use it. They harvest it. Hmm? Alright. You know what? Let's just go hardcore and just put it in the freaking title. Why not? should just, yeah, is it Jewish? It's even hard to, like, is it really Jewish or is it really Israeli? I mean, technically it's probably Israeli. But I mean, that is, of course, all about the Jews, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna just... Hey, hello, Toripur Roku. See you again. Where have you been? Busy? Okay. OBS is running smoothly. Yeah, everything's just smooth today. Great. And I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of funny because I had this conversation. Of course, Viscosity always brings this sort of thing up because he's like really fanatic about this. It's just kind of weird. But I mean, I even brought this up like at my appointment. The guy. He was like, yeah, what kind of things do you talk about? Well, for example, this. What I think really happened around World War II with Hitler. And that it's a giant historical rewrite, basically. Giant propaganda fest. Also using Hollywood. And I laid it all down. Right? And yeah, you can't talk about it without shocking people, even. You just have to be really reasonable about it. And just not have your anger infused into it. It's very simple. Well, maybe it's not that simple, because I guess that there's a lot of people that are into like neo-Nazi shit that use it or chose it because they wanted to be able to vent their anger on a perceived righteous cause, not realizing that it's basically a controlled opposition psychological operation. Man does not fight with a fool. Yeah. I mean, that always applies. What's this? What? Alright. a proverb about ignorance and how they do not have the ability to see outside of their scope. Yeah, I get it. I hope you're not like directing that at me, but are actually with me on that, because that is basically my stance. Because that's how I think of neo-Nazis. It's like they're fooled. They don't get it. Right? If they were, they'd be better speakers, they'd be much more in control of themselves, and they'd just be all about reason. And I mean, maybe there are some of those out there that do really get this. But that's not the people you get to see, though. You get to see this, like, yelling assholes that just want to irritate people and just get into fights and shit. That's usually what you get to see. Or just, like, children just being naughty. Because that's it too sometimes. It's like, ooh, it's taboo. I'm gonna be naughty. Hey, I can say this. Hey. There's tons of people that are like that, and they keep doing that like forever. It's kind of childish, but I mean, yeah, that does exist, especially on the internet. It's mostly just people that are just like, I'm gonna be naughty with this. I'm gonna say the bad words. Ha 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 ha. Right. Anyway, don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. I feel pretty good. A little short on sleep though. Yeah, I might just get lunch after this and then just like go back to sleep for a little bit. I don't know. Depends on how I'm gonna feel in an hour. Homeland Security shutdown? What? What's going on? I was hearing something about that they're trying to shut down Homeland Security, but I mean, really? Is that even possible? That would be insane. I mean, especially if like Trump just lets it happen. Right. I wanted to share, like, now that you're both, oh, what's that? Now that you're both there, I wanted to like share a nice Owen Benjamin clip about Flat Earth. Dude, Owen Benjamin sometimes talks more about Flat Earth than even I do at this point. Dude. Why are you saying that? Very poor, what are you doing? Why are you saying that? Sanseito in Japan? Seriously, I want to know, why did you just say that? That's... What, you think... Like, why would you tell me that? Ultra-conservative right-wing populist, but yeah, I've seen some of that. They're crushing it. Japanese first, yeah. Good. Good on them. Right? I mean, Japan should hold on to its nation and to its culture and onto its people. And maybe encourage procreation a little bit more, because I mean, that's a bit of a problem in Japan. But you're not gonna fix that problem by just getting a bunch of migrants in. Like, that's not gonna fix the problem at all. It's gonna make it even worse. Just gonna give you other problems. And then you lost it. You lost your cultural cohesion. So but I mean, Toripur, don't you think that this is work? Am I not putting effort into doing this show every day? I don't deserve to eat, according to you? Or is that not what you meant? I mean, it feels like you're just doing a jab. You seem to have gotten triggered the other day for some reason. It's weird, all of a sudden, and I just feel this weird, I don't know, ankle biting tendency or something. I don't like it. People only one thing is to work on. Yeah. Of course. Well, maybe just say you should be productive with your life. Or if you're gonna do things, then do it well. Do it... Yeah. Do things that are durable. Because I'm all about that. I know, say that. Okay. I just don't understand why you needed to add that onto what you were saying there in Japanese. I just don't get it. Right? I have hunger issues, dude. I can't get around. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's just me that's just drawing that to, like, when you mention that it's about me, but I mean, you can't really blame me for thinking that from my vantage point. Can read it many... Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm just telling you, it's not crazy that I'm seeing that as potentially some kind of, like, criticism of my person. Like that it's directly directed at me. I mean, or did you not think of that? Yeah, I mean, it's... You know what I mean? It's a bit suspect. Right? It's that kind of detail that makes me kind of paranoid whether you're actually what you're saying you are. and not just that it's not just another act from a person just pretending very thoroughly to be Japanese, but still shining through the demon they have that's driving them, because they can't help it. It always has to show itself, and so it's suspect to me. You make no proof about food again? Okay. I mean, you can, but why that one? That's like the third time you've literally had that one. That specifically, I have a memory, dude. It's not like, oh, you keep doing the same thing and I don't notice. No, it's the same one. That's why I'm saying, like, it's suspicious. Sorry, okay. I'll think of it. Okay. I'd appreciate it if you did think of it. I do realize that you're talking to a person with a life. I'm not just an AI bot or anything that you could just throw whatever at. I have a life. I have feelings too. So yeah. Whatever. It's fine. You explained yourself. Okay, yeah. Okay, Toripuro. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you are that, yeah. If you are the person that you're saying you are, then yes, I believe you. What I'm saying is that the entire thing you're doing could theoretically be an act, because there are people out there that are that thorough with acting like they're another person. They're kind of insane. It's like I've already dealt with that several times over the years, so... And that's... yeah, well, that's why I'm a little paranoid. So, excuse me about that. It's not meant to offend you. But yeah, if you are exactly who you portray yourself to be in the chat, then yes, I understand that you have no demon. That's right. But I mean, if it's all an entire act that you're doing, then obviously you would have. You understand that, right? Right, anyway. It's fine. Let's move on. Sorry. Why would people do that? Because they're obsessed sociopaths that are using me as a scapegoat. They have scapegoat addiction. They're probably on the edge of being suicidal or something, and they just need people to attack. And hey, I happen to be a bit sensitive. I respond to things, so it's very addictive for them. They just get obsessed with me, and then they just like use me for that all the time. Because they're psycho fucks. And they probably secretly want me to kill them or something. 'Cause when you're that psycho, you get that insane. So, hey, dude, like, you could just do it. Just do it yourself. I'm not gonna stop you. But yeah, no. We'll see. Can't end up well for them. Because being like that really wears on you. You age from it. You're gonna get health problems from it. More than I will from dealing with it. Because yeah, I get stressed from dealing with it, but I can manage it much better. So it actually burdens them more than it does me, which is very satisfying to understand that about it. Yeah, they literally burn themselves up doing it. But in the end, it's just a shame because it's just all a waste of energy and potential talent that never even comes to light. And that's why it's so sad that they do it, because it's people that could potentially do better things with their life, but they end up doing this out of pure weakness. Right. Maybe culture difference? I mean, yes, in the sense that Japanese culture is way more default honor based. Like, to break certain levels of honorable dealings is just completely unthinkable to the Japanese. They don't even have a response to it because it's so outrageous they just can't even believe it's real. Right? That's the difference. In the West, yeah, there's some really messed up, crazy ass, insane, demonically possessed people, and we've got acquainted. We have to deal with those throughout our lives. Like, even before the multicultural society, it's like, yeah, freaking white people had that too. Some of them still do. They're sick. And they bother other people. I've had that a lot in my life, so always pick me out because I'm sensitive and I respond, and yeah, I mean, it's because I have to just be natural, and it's like God demands that you stand up against injustice, and even in the little things. So just, I developed that impulse, and to not hold back, to not let evil happen. When I was younger, I like really conditioned myself with that. This. Uh-oh. This is gonna be shit. It's obviously a troll.
I'm gonna come.
Asshole. Right, anyway, I'm glad everything is fine to report, and sorry that it keeps happening. I mean, my paranoia towards you, and it's probably gonna happen again. It's personal, and it's partially, it's cultural. It's like the way that our frequencies operate socially is different. Like, it's like Japanese are like really, really different, and in a good way, I'd argue. Like, I almost like prefer it more in a sense. Like, I appreciate spiritual, social frequencies that the Japanese utilize. More fine detail with things. And just that sense of honor, that there's so much of it with Japanese, they don't even realize they have it. They're just so used to it. It's just all second nature. And I mean, it isn't here in the West. So because of that, we can really see that about the Japanese people. And people like me just really appreciate the Japanese because of that. So it's I literally appreciate Japanese culture. Right? But I am also kind of paranoid. So when you say certain things that you don't necessarily mean anything negative with, I just like, hey, are you trying to secretly show signs that you're actually the troll? Like that I have paranoia of that. Like, are you showing the codes in a way? And that's it. And the only way to actually make that stop is if I would be able to have a on-camera and with sound conversation with you live. Then I would really know, like, oh, you have now proven to be an actual living person and not a potential act. And if you do that, then I will never, like, be paranoid about you again. Just saying. And like all the friends that are really my friends out here, they've all done that. because then I just know this is that person. So yeah, it's up to you if you whether you want to do that or not. I mean, we could like you could potentially make a Discord account, find me there, add me to friends, and then we could do like a video call. If you want to, you don't necessarily have to. I'm not forcing you. It just say like that would get rid of like my paranoia moments towards you. Guaranteed. All right. Right, I'll leave that up to you whether you want to do that or not. Right. You think about it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we're here. I mean, it's not difficult to find me. You just go look for my email on Discord, right? It's rwin33@gmail. You'll find me, right? So whenever you want to do that, I'll just notice like that there's an ad request. So right, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and then I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to rub it up if you're liking the show, and yeah, see you soon.
entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Okay. He's not Japanese, he's a troll. Fuck him. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm not gonna look it all up. I mean, tell me. But I mean, he's obviously a troll. Right? I mean, you've literally said like, oh yeah, you might want to get into my friend circle, so that means they are gonna attack you. Why they do this? Because they're fucking psychopaths. And they're obsessed with trying to destroy my life. And everybody that's associated with me, that's why. Why? They don't even know why. Because I said something mean to them one time. I mean, it's literally that stupid. And these people are obsessed, they need an enemy, and I'm apparently the right choice for them. Right? It's like, if they wouldn't be ruining my life, they'd probably be ruining somebody else's life. If they're not already doing that. So... it's just that they can just know it's gonna end really incredibly bad for them. It really will. If there's no justice in their life, then it will be after it, and I wouldn't want to be them. Right, but some of these people, they want to go to hell. They want hell. Hell is their heaven. And we say like, oh my god, you're gonna go to hell for this. And they're effectively like, yeah, because that's where we want to go. So, that's why they're sick fucking psychopaths. Say not nice thing. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, smoke right around the corner. I will be paying attention to the chat. So yeah, if there was anything you wanted to talk about or address or share, then do so. I'll be right around the corner. I can literally see the screen. So cheers. It is kind of cold outside. Alright, so let me play this little Brock Reddick Flat Earth video from Owen Benjamin. Not that it's super high tech or anything. Owen Benjamin is less technical with it than I am, but I mean, still, he makes good points though. Points that can be generally understood. So yeah, let's play this.
Just put the nail in the coffin of the heliocentric model. I understand that you go through the stages of grief when you realize that you've been lied to. You're gonna feel angry, you're gonna bargain, you're gonna all this stuff. I understand. This is the absolute proof. And you never have to say another thing about it. And people get so mad. I get it. You're going through grief. You're mourning grief. Ready? What people forget is that it's not a circle around the sun. Even if it was a circle, it'd still be impossible. But it's an ellipse, which means that it changes speed. And unlike the evolution lie, where you can just keep adding billions of years, but the billions and billions of years, but it's 1 year. That's a fixed amount of time and a fixed amount of speed. The length of Earth's trajectories around the sun is 940 million kilometers. Thus, the Earth travels about 107,000 kilometers per hour. This means that our planet moves around the sun at an average speed of 30 kilometers per second, or Mach 88. 88 times the speed of sound. So let that sink in. Earth speed, this is the kicker. Earth speed is not constant as the Earth orbits elliptical orbit. Let that sink in. If you're going 66,000 miles an hour and you change 1% of your speed, and in this model it's significantly more than 1%, well, you wouldn't even feel it. No, just listen. It's a fixed amount of time. It's 1 year. If you change 1%, that's 660 miles an hour. That would liquefy all flesh. If you change 1 mile an hour, I challenge you to walk on a treadmill at 1 mile an hour and tell a friend to randomly unplug it. You will trip and you will fall down. I challenge you to hold a coffee that's full to the brim as you drive down the street at 60 miles an hour. Just tap on the brake to go 59. The coffee will spill. When you're going 88 times the speed of sound and you have to change speeds, you would feel it. Now, even if the psychotic people going through the stages of mourning want to say, oh no, but you go 1 mile an hour to 0.97 miles an hour, you would be able to measure it. Can't have it both ways, guys. Not only would you can do the math on it because the ellipse is fixed and the time is fixed. 1 year. And you can check out the math of the ellipse. There's a change of speed every year. At minimum, twice a year, at minimum. The way an ellipse works, zoom, zoom, okay, you can break that down into any fraction you want. It's still one fixed year. Not only would you feel it, it would kill you. 1 mile per hour, and it goes to 0. From 1, you would trip. And listen, I'm not here to, I've heard the arguments. I hear the arguments all the time. I can read you hundreds of them, of cognitive dissonance, and people being like, one of the biggest things you'll hear is anger. They're going through the stages of grief. I don't know if you realize that. That's what it is. I deal with this all the time. It's one reason why my band hammer is so intense. It's grief. They'll get mad at me. They'll say, you, sir, how dare you? I mean, it's so easy to understand. Even an idiot could. LOL. I mean, inertia, vortex, man, that's grief. And then they'll bargain. Well, it could be that. It just keep, and then depression. Well, what do we do now? I mean, my whole childhood. Just stop. It's not that big a deal. It's more beautiful that it isn't spinning endlessly around the sun. It's way better. It's just like, and this is one of those torpedoes that you can't get around. And there's people that spend their whole day, I think, just trying to troll me and just being like, you, sir. It's like, how dare you? That's 1% of speed change, which is, it's way more than that in the given ellipse, in the given year. You can't change the numbers. The calendar year is set. The rotation is set. So you can't do what they do in evolution. Say, well, in 20 billion years, a hurricane can just create a Ferrari. No, you can't just keep adding years. 1 year, 1 ellipse, change in speed. How do you not measure it? How do you not feel it? How do things not fall over? We're talking about Mach 88. 1% change would liquefy all flesh. There's more than 1% change in speed in the given ellipse, in the given year, in a given moment.
Yep. It's true. That is the Globe claim. What he said, and it is very jarring. Like, yeah, you can't fix that. It's just, it is what it is. I'm getting really hungry. Ugh. It's an awesome actor from The Patriot. This video of him laughing at the video, rejoicing on the video of the Iranians burning statue of Baal. That's out there. It was good to hear from him. There's no sound. Okay. Oh wait, there is. I just muted it. Foolish me.
Hey. I told you so.
Europe's not preparing for war. It's preparing for collapse. Let's be honest. And let's stop pretending this is about defending democracy, because it's not. France, Germany, the UK, these elites aren't gearing up for war with Russia because they care about freedom. They're doing it because their grip on power is slipping, and fast. Their economies are breaking. The middle class is crushed. People can't afford rent, food, or heating. Yet instead of helping, they're dumping billions into weapons. And now they're panicking. They sanctioned Hungary, a full EU member, because Orban refused to send more money to Ukraine, a country that isn't even in the EU. Let that sink in for a second. They punished a sovereign member state for not funding a foreign war. That's how desperate they are to keep this agenda alive. Meanwhile, Slovakia is breaking rank, Poland's pushing back, the AfD is rising in Germany, and France are doing everything to stop Marine Le Pen because the people support them and the elites can't stand it. So what do? They call them extremists. They smear them. They arrest them. They try to erase them from history. Why? Because these are the voices of the people, and that terrifies the establishment. So they fall back on the oldest trick in the book, crank up the fear, blame Russia, push for war to cover for their own failures. But the threat isn't coming from Moscow, my friends. It's coming from within, from the millions of people across Europe and the US who are done being lied to, used, and ignored. And yeah, it's happening in America too. The media repeats the same script every day, and Trump, he's the one punching holes straight through it. So what do? Well, we don't scream, we don't riot, we speak the truth. We ask the right questions, and we stop playing along. Because when enough of us refuse to lie, the machine breaks. And you know what? They know it.
Mostly. Somebody's figuring out about gyroscopes. Obviously, how they prove that the Earth is not a sphere. Yeah, let me share this too.
Did you know that gyroscopes actually do not have the ability to account for the Earth's curvature? Because what you do with the gyroscope is you calibrate it before you take off to be level with the Earth. And what it does is it tells you if you're tilting your plane left or right, or tilting the nose up or down in relation to the level that it is calibrated at with the Earth. So if the Earth is constantly curving at 8 inches per mile squared and you're 40,000 feet in the air, the plane would have to be consistently tipping its nose down to account for curvature. But we all know that planes don't do that. They fly straight for hours and hours at a time. So how is the gyroscope accounting for that curvature? It's not. It's staying level with the level of the Earth, because that is simply how it works. If it was constantly curving at a downward slope, the gyroscope would have to be constantly readjusting, which it doesn't do. It's pre-calibrated before they fly. And think about the fact that the Earth is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. How can we account for that when we're taking off and landing? And what about the gyroscope? Wouldn't that mess with the gyroscope if the level beneath us was constantly spinning?
Yeah.
But of course, this video was for entertainment purposes only. Obviously, the Earth is a globe.
Entertainment purposes only. I mean, the guy says great things. Every time I bump into his videos, they're very good, very concise. But it's for entertainment purposes only? Yeah, whatever, man. It's just true. Ugh. Fuck. Ah. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Sorry. Acrophobia? Is that fear of heights? Yeah. Yeah, this definitely does that. Jesus Christ. I'll just show you. Oof.
Yeah, I came in with the song. Ooh, yeah, I came in with the song. Bitch, I flare red wrong. Yeah, bitch, I flare red wrong. Yeah, I came in with the song.
Yeah. Right, I'm getting really hungry. Will video be removed? No! I don't know, Toripururoku. I think they just do it for, like, legal cover or something. It's like their lawyers recommended that they would do that, basically. Cool. Right. Like when people post status on Facebook for Facebook to not use their data. Potentially, it might have something to do with just algorithms. Toripuru. Right. This is pretty cool trick. Sometimes just really basic stuff on X. It's interesting though, just basic construction things like this. I do like that sort of thing. I mean, usually I don't really share, but I'm gonna show basic bridge. And this is really clever. It's just very basic but interesting. Like, that's a neat trick to keep in mind. This is hilarious. I gotta share that. This is just very basic, but it's so true. Circle of life. Computer creates video game and gives you mine. I do not fail to see the irony of that. No, I don't play Minecraft, Derpy. I just know that it exists. That's how you make a roof of house. Yeah, the bridge thing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's part of that too. Right. But yeah, I'm hitting the 2-hour mark. I think I'm gonna round out the show. 'Cause I really should get some lunch. Been up for quite a while and I like haven't eaten anything. Just had coffee. It's not enough. Right. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are on the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it. Right. So please support your local Arwing. That would be great. I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2550 on a Tuesday. Hope to see you all then. Very late, let's get sleep. Yeah, good night, Derpy. Hope to see you all tomorrow on a Tuesday. Everybody have a great rest of this Monday, and until the next video, keep it flat.